The choice between SQL stored procedures and entity framework, EF, has been a long-standing debate in the realm of database development, each approach carrying its own set of advantages and considerations. We will explore the characteristics of both SQL stored procedures and entity framework, highlighting their strengths and weaknesses, and delve into factors influencing the decision-making process. Stored procedures, fundamental to relational databases, are precompiled sets of SQL statements that can be stored and executed on demand. One of the primary advantages of stored procedures lies in their performance optimization. Being precompiled, they often execute faster than dynamically generated SQL queries. This can be particularly advantageous in scenarios where milliseconds matter, such as high transaction systems. Security is another area where stored procedures shine. By allowing controlled access to the database through these procedures, the risk of SQL injection attacks is mitigated. The encapsulation of business logic within stored procedures also aids in maintaining a separation of concerns and adhering to the principle of least privilege, contributing to a more secure database environment. Stored procedures are especially well suited for housing complex business logic within the database itself. For operations that involve intricate data manipulations or multi-step transactions, stored procedures can offer a centralized and efficient solution. This can simplify the application code by delegating complex operations to the database layer. On the other hand, Entity Framework, EF, a popular object relational mapping, ORM framework, provides a higher-level, object-oriented abstraction over the database. This abstraction enhances developer productivity, allowing them to interact with the database using familiar object-oriented concepts. EF supports various database providers, promoting database independence and easing the transition if a project needs to switch databases. From a developer's perspective, code written with EF is often more readable and maintainable. It uses a model-first or code-first approach, where developers define entities and relationships in code, and EF takes care of generating the underlying database schema. This aligns well with the principles of modern software development, emphasizing clean and maintainable code. However, EF's ease of use and developer-friendly features come with trade-offs. In certain scenarios, the abstraction layer might introduce performance overhead compared to executing raw SQL or stored procedures. Additionally, complex queries and operations may not be as efficiently translated by EF, leading to potential performance bottlenecks. The choice between SQL stored procedures and entity framework should be driven by the specific requirements of the project at hand. For projects with straightforward CRUD, create, read, update, delete, operations, and a focus on developer productivity, EF may be the preferred choice. In contrast, projects with performance-critical requirements or complex business logic might benefit from leveraging the optimized execution and security features of stored procedures. Often, a pragmatic approach involves combining both techniques. Entity framework can be employed for routine operations, while stored procedures handle performance-critical tasks or intricate business logic. This hybrid approach capitalizes on the strengths of each method, creating a balanced and efficient database development strategy. In conclusion, the choice between SQL stored procedures and entity framework is nuanced and context-dependent. Developers and database architects must carefully evaluate the specific needs of their projects, considering factors such as performance, security, developer productivity, and the complexity of business logic. A thoughtful and informed decision ensures that the chosen approach aligns seamlessly with the goals and characteristics of the database development project.